Musician Mila Jam makes history as first playable black trans woman in a major studio's video game. Singer-songwriter Mia Jam has been revealed that she will feature in the latest PlayStation game, Concord. The black transgender activist, full name Jamila Adderley, shared the news in an Instagram post announcing that she voiced and gave her likeness to the free gunner Baz in the first-person shooter. I had to go for a walk because I just don't like it when PlayStation wants to turn me into the baddest knife-wielding assassin in all the land, she wrote. That's right! About your pussy. Yours truly is free gunner Baz in PlayStation's new multiplayer video game Concord. Well, Baz is believed to be the first playable black trans woman in a major studio's video game. She isn't the first black trans feminine character to feature in one. The non-playable character Miranda Comey appeared in Watch Dogs 2 in 2016. Baz is described in-game as bold on the battlefield and in her fashion game. Unlike her fellow Concord competitors, Baz wields knives rather than a gun. Jam's Instagram post featured a screenshot of the character in her dazzling red attire. I don't know if I would call that dazzling, because dazzling usually implies there's shiny shit on it, but, you know. The American singer is best known for queer songs such as It's Raining Them, Just Sayin', and Eye on You. She became the first trans artist to feature at the Democratic National Convention and has performed at Chicago Pride. In an interview with Out magazine, she said she defied those who tell her she can't be her best self and is not supposed to be where I am, adding, I should, I will, and I do. Baz is one of 16 playable characters in PlayStation's Arena Shooter, released last month on PC platforms and PlayStation 5. The game has had a less than ideal launch, however, with an all-time peak of just 660 concurrent players, and only selling 25,000 copies, according to industry analysts. On its release day, Concord ranked 147th in daily active players on the PlayStation 5 in the US, with just 0.2% of those active players continuing to play days later. Research analyst Rhys Elliott told gaming website IGN, sadly, making a fun, high-quality shooter is not enough in the oversaturated live service space these days. A tight-knit group of players might be willing to take a chance on a new game for free, but paying $40 is a big ask in today's climate. I thought people wanted video games to cost like $80 now. What does he mean by this? What does he mean by this? Who even? Also, it failed because of haters. That means the audience it was made for didn't want it. And this whole article, very, very funny. I also like that the person is best known for It's Raining Them, which, I wonder how much of a cover of It's Raining Men is. I don't want to play it on stream, because I'm sure I'll get fucking DMCA. 1,400 less peak concurrent players, and Sex with Hitler 1. Yeah, I saw that tweet. People would rather have sex with Hitler than play Concord, man. You don't think the price tag is the only reason for the failure? True and real. True and real. I haven't seen anything from inside Concord, so this screenshot was like my first exposure. This is the biography description of Baz. Baz was born into an inheriting generation of the Crescent Moon shipping empire. In the Crescent Moon, leadership is passed down every other generation through the male line. Baz's parents had groomed her from birth, pushing her to outshine her cousins and garner the attention of her grandfather, Don Lunam, leader of the Crescent Moon. But his attention was notoriously fickle. He was intentionally unclear about his expectations and seemed to be looking for elusive traits in his heir. The contingent of cousins were left to flounder, frustrated and confused. Baz had no intention of wasting her time like the rest of them. Unlike her cousins, who spent their days talking over each other in the boardroom, hoping to be heard and earn Dom Lunam's praise, Baz got to work. She started in the sorting hubs, learning the industry from the bottom up as a humble box cutter. There's a lesbian joke in there somewhere. And that's where she first developed her knife skills. There's no substitute for experience, and in short order, Baz had experience up and down the whole shipping pipeline. From sorting to stamping, from routing to packing to fuel allocation and bulk delivery efficiencies. She knew her way around a warehouse, a transport ship, and a guild checkpoint, and she knew what the wilds needed. She understood the political landscape. Of all the cousins, she was the one to turn Dom Lunam's head. But he turned her away after her gender transition. Inheritance passes down through the male line every other generation. That's the way the Crescent Moon has always been run. Regardless of Baz's talent, Dom Lunam made it clear the rules were to be adhered to. So Baz chose to leave. She's the absolute bestest character ever. Using a box cutter makes you good at knife fighting. Hear me out. We start kidnapping UPS employees and making them fight each other under an overpass for content. Wait, no fucking way! Crescent Moon. New Concord patch is changing all pronouns to was, were in honor of today's news. Oh my god. True and real. This is the worst hero origin story ever. And that brings us to Concord to go offline 2 weeks from launch offers full refunds. Wow. Who could have seen this coming? Womp womp. As long as you also grab plenty of FedEx. True. We have to have the gang wars of the delivery people. Concord has announced that they're taking the game servers offline exactly 2 weeks after the game's launch. The multiplayer hero shooter released on PlayStation and PC on August 23rd, but after September 6th, players will no longer be able to play. Not only that, but players will be entitled to a full refund, according to Sony. And I will actually give them points for this. When Paragon shut down, and they took probably about a year to shut down, if not a little bit more than a year. I can't remember exactly how long Paragon was live for, but Epic gave everybody refunds as well, even though it was that long of a time. It's based to give the refunds, at bare minimum. No amount of money could save the shitty designs. True. True and real. Wasn't the development time for Concord about 7 to 8 years? Yes. Concord fans, we've been listening closely to your feedback since the launch of Concord on PlayStation 5 and PC. I want to thank everyone who has joined the journey aboard the North Star. Your support and the passionate community that has grown around the game has meant the world to us. However, while many qualities of the experience resonated with players, did it? Did it actually? How many of the 60 players did it resonate with? We also recognize that other aspects of the game and our initial launch didn't land the way we'd intended. Therefore, at this time, we've decided to take the game offline beginning September 6th, 2024, and explore options, including those that will better reach our players. If they re-release this and they turn all of the characters into actually good-looking people, that would be crazy to me. That would actually be crazy. There was a game that did do that, Final Fantasy XIV. When it first released, so many people were unhappy about the state of the game that Square Enix took 14 down and re-released it as a Realm Reborn, fixing a lot of the issues that people had problems with. Concord failed, Deadlock is invite only, and at 129,000 playing right now. Yep. A supermodel slap fight would be a better game! What the fuck? While we determine the best path ahead, Concord sales will cease immediately, and we will begin to offer a full refund for all gamers who have purchased the game for PS5 or PC. If you purchase the game for PlayStation 5 from the PlayStation Store or Direct, a refund will be issued back to your original payment method. Customers who purchase from other digital storefronts will also be refunded. More information about refunds from Steam and Epic can be found below. The Steam store refund, blah, blah, blah. Epic Game will refund. Other retailers. I don't think anybody here's bought the game, so I don't think I need to read that. Sony says they will be exploring options for the game's future, but at the time, September 3rd, of writing, the 24-hour peak on Steam is only 103, so it's not looking great. Man. Man, it's not looking great.
Close the fucking tabs, you psychopath.
I will not close my tabs, you freak. Did I play Concord? Absolutely fucking not. Stuttering Craig bought 5 copies. They're gonna be collector's editions, you know? Spider Bro, thank you for the $1.99. 8 years for 2 weeks. Damn. That's how you know you fucked up, man. That's how you know you fucked up. There are more people AFK in a BG in a WoW private server? Probably, actually. Think of the content. Look, I can't suffer through both Concord and Dustborn. Okay, I can't do both of those. Oh, I had one more tab. One more tab on Concord, though. This guy, Ultima Shadow, said, a high-production animated short for a game that won't even exist anymore by the time it comes out. You can't make this shit up. There is a Secret Level on Amazon Prime was doing a mini-series on a bunch of different video games. Several games were teased in the premiere trailer, which you can watch above. Secret Level will have 15 episodes and includes the following games and series. God of War, PlayStation Studios, Sifu, I don't know what that is, Warhammer 40k, Unreal Tournament, why is New World in here? Who actually fucking plays New World? Dungeons and Dragons, The Outer Worlds 2, Pac-Man, Honor of Kings, Armored Core, Mega Man, Exodus, Spelunky, I don't know what that is, Crossfire, I don't know what that is, and Concord! Man, Sony really thought they were doing something with Concord, what the heck? What the actual heck? Sifu was a kung fu game, was quite fun. Okay, alright. Concord episode is dropped. Did they come out and say that? Did they come out and say that it's dropped? Sifu is an amazing beat-em-up. Isn't Crossfire a board game? I have no idea. I have no idea. There's a new Unreal Tournament coming out. No, this is a animated mini-series coming out on Amazon Prime. I really need to play more games. I need time to play more games, you know? Sony did a world record speedrunning the death of the service game. True! True and real. Sparky, thank you for the 5R. Vera Dark streamed the open beta. Just watching was boring as hell, though 2 or 3 characters had decent designs. I'm impressed they managed to have 2 or 3 decent designs. Hello, Kitsune. Every time I say Concord, you hear Conquer and think Conquer's Bad Fur Day? No, Concord, not Conquer. Conquer, Concord. I don't know how to slow it down. Do I sound the same if I'm talking normally when I say Concord and Conquer? I guess it kind of does sound the same. It sounds a little more similar to me than when I say cheesesteak and cheesesteak, though. To be fair. Bostonian again! Why does the guy on the far right look like he's looking down at the girl giving him a blowy? I don't like that. I don't like that. They shouldn't get rid of the Concord episode. They should get better writers so they can write a story about an anime game, low pop, going offline. True. Now you get the cheesesteak versus cheesesteak thing. Why? The animations of Warhammer seem to have the touch of the Astartes creator. High hopes it would be good. We'll have to see. Did anyone else think it was N Concord for a while because of the weird logo? I'm gonna be real, I don't even know what their fucking logo looks like. I massacred your name last stream. Calzerdan! I don't know how else I'm supposed to pronounce that. She said the same word twice again! What the fuck? No, your Boston debuff just makes you cuter and makes the Kirsche more no, do not desire the Kirsche! It is a cat! Well, it's a fox, but it's like a cat. You don't really keep pet foxes in real life, so you know, you use a cat as an allegory. Tool toy? What? Ha! Help. Well, there, thank you for the 20. In your opinion, the reason Overwatch did so well is the first thing most people heard about the game was Tracer's butt controversy. Their problem was literally the characters being too sexy. Conquer characters are just ugly. True.